got back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best. This and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, love, love. So cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. Do you want to come on? Scooch on over closer, dear. And I will nibble your ear.
Hello, you guys.
I've been spinning way too long, checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. But my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew in her face and I laughed. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find that the sky is yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
There you go. You got this. There you go. There you go.
All the wonderful birds in my head I've been thinking. Would you all please rise? You may be seated. Well, on behalf of the bride and the groom and their families, we just want to welcome and thank every single one of you for being here to take part in such an incredibly special day in their lives. You see, marriage is not an arrangement of convenience simply devised by society. Instead, it was a relationship that was created by God. In fact, in the very beginning, God declared that it's not good that man would be alone. He said, I'll make him a helper who is perfect for him. So Christina and Joe, I want to have you two join hands. You see, you've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to now this point of commitment. From that moment of yes to now this moment of yes, you've been making promises and commitments to the other in a very informal way. All of those conversations that were held while riding in a car or over a meal or during a long walk. All the sentences that began with when we're married, and they continued with the I wills and the you wills and the we wills, the late night talks, the some days, the somehows, the maybes, and of course, even all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All of those common things and more are the real process of a wedding. You see, the vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to the other, you know all those things we talked about? All the things we dreamt about? Well, I meant them. Every single word. Because marriage symbolizes the intimate sharing of two lives. And this sharing must not diminish, but instead it should enhance the individuality of each partner. And of course, you do not shed your individuality the moment that you cross this threshold. That's what brought you together in the first place. Marriage is this loving declaration that you should be no one other than yourself. And a lasting marriage is not stagnant. So in this way, marriage is not just a symbol, but it's an action, something that each of you will work towards every single day. And if you were to ask couples who have a strong and abiding love what they like most about their partners, many of them will say when they're with that person, they don't have to pretend to be anything other than exactly who they were created to be. Able to express themselves without fear of rejection, without fear of judgment, and there's room in the relationship for both of them to be the unique individuals that they are. Free to surrender to the vulnerability of true intimacy, of being known and loved unconditionally. So as I said, today's just the beginning. And I ask you today, before your family, before your friends, and before God, to continue to create opportunities for conversation, to make sure you understand where the other is coming from, to make sure the other knows just how much you love them, and of course to be on your guard against anything that may try to break up this sacred relationship. Because there's three things that will contribute to this strong marriage. The first is commitment. This is a choice that you will make to remain together regardless of the stresses and the challenges that you have faced and will face in marriage. The next is communication. This is sharing with honesty, sharing with transparency, sharing with love, and it's listening with all the same. And finally, compromise. That's a choice that you will make sometimes multiple times a day
to give up your own rights for this now shared relationship. So Joe, I ask you, do you take Christina to be your wedded wife, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others? Keep yourself only for her, so as long as you both shall live.
I do.
And Christina, do you take Joe to be your wedded husband, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others? Keep yourself only for him, so as long as you both shall live. Right. At this time, Joe and Christina are going to start the sand ceremony. And Eileen, we want to invite you to make your way up, because today you are joining your lives together, and of course, Eileen as well. And these separate vases of sand, they symbolize your lives before you found the other. They symbolize your separate friends, your separate family, the separate decisions. And today, each of them will seal your bond by blending these individual vases together. You see, once the sand is blended, it can't be separated. And just as the sand cannot be separated, your friends and family are here to witness today your love never separating. It's by the blending of these sands together that we're recognizing the importance of blending two families together. Joe, I want to have you take Christina's ring, place it on her finger, holding it there. Repeat after me. This ring I give to you as a sign of my love, my commitment, and my faithfulness. Christina taking Joe's ring, placing it on his finger, repeating after me. This ring I give to you as a sign of my love, my commitment, and my faithfulness. Well, by the power vested in me by the state of Arizona and the higher authority of God's word, it is now my honor to pronounce you husband and wife, and what God has joined together, let no one pull apart. Joe, you may kiss your bride. Well, it is now my honor and privilege to introduce to you for the very first time the Mr. and Mrs. Joe Romero Jr.
40 HP Johnson on a flat bottom metal boat. Coke cans and BB guns, hard wiring old fence posts. 8-point bucks in autumn and freshly cut cornfields. One arm out the window and one hand on the wheel. Some things just go better together, and probably always will. Like a cup of coffee and a sunrise, Sunday drives and time to kill. What's the point of this old guitar if it ain't got no strings? pouring your heart into a song that you ain't gonna sing. It's a match made up in heaven, like good old boys and beer and me, as long as you're right here. Your license in my wallet when we go out downtown. Your lipstick stained every coffee cup that I got in this house. The way you say I love you too is like rain on an old tin roof. And your hand fits right into mine like a needle in a groove. Some things just go better together, and probably always will, like a cup of coffee and a sunrise.
Well, as the immediate family is leaving, we once again want to thank every single one of you for being here this evening. We do want to invite you right up here over on the patio for cocktail hour and some appetizers. Leave the couple alone, because the faster they get done with what they need to get done with, the faster you all get to eat. So enjoy being here, and once again, thank you.
Like good old boys and beer and me, as long as you're right here.
I would like to give my blessings to my daughter.
Sometimes we're oil and water, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And if I'm being honest, you're first and my last name.
The sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow, and so am I. Workday passes like molasses in wintertime, but it's July. I'm getting paid by the hour and older by the minute. My boss just pushed me over the limit. I'd like to call him something, I think I'll just call it a day.